Hi, my pickles. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, and you don't need to be a pickle to be here. But sometimes it helps because it means that you've reached areas in your life where your self-awareness has gone, oh yeah, I get it. Light bulb moments all over the place. Anyway, I just listened to a podcast with a long-term keto eater, somebody that's followed keto for a number of years, and she's been experimenting. And she is very clear that it's an experiment, not a new way of eating, with having carbs. And her daughter, I guess, is on Weight Watchers, and so she began to just kind of, for giggles and jollies, follow it and have more fruit. She said she was missing fruit, some sweet potatoes, and even a slice of pumpernickel with her eggs. And so, she's a great gal. She's totally honest, and I've followed her for as long as I've been on keto. And so I'm amused, and I'm glad that she's doing it. And she is one of those that feels that it's a good idea for her to do some of these experimentations because it brings more depth to her channel and her own keto journey. So it was a very interesting thing to listen to, and I love pumpernickel bread too. But for me right now, I am not branching out or dabbling. I haven't gotten bored with it. It's funny, Dwight Yoakam has a song that I ain't that lonely yet. And for me, it's like, I'm not that bored with keto yet. And I'm not a big experimenter. I just stay within the lines and follow my own little prescription that keeps me sane and safe, which is carbs mostly under 20 every day. Like today, I'm having 21. But for the most part, I consider myself on maintenance, and I love the foods that I eat, and I just don't get tired or bored. And usually when an idea comes into my head like it did today for a taco salad for lunch, there's no stopping me until I have it. So I did it. And it was a mixture of chorizo and ground beef, 85-15, that I had on top of my spring greens. I forgot to say a half ounce of grated raw pepper jack cheese on top. It was very good. And so that with 3 tablespoons of salsa, more hot peppers added to it, 2 tablespoons of Daisy sour cream, and the beef chorizo combo, and then on top that half ounce of grated cheese, 14 grams. Well, it was just so good, and I'm so glad that I have it for tomorrow, because sometimes when I get on runs of things, I don't get bored, and I'll have it again and again and again. Tonight is a 6-ounce portion of filet mignon and my big A salad and 30 grams of sauteed in coconut oil green beans. I didn't use the bacon fat because it was easier to scoop out the coconut oil. Sometimes it just comes down to that, even though both were right there within reach in my little working kitchen. So when you watch somebody that's doing some experimentation, be very, very careful, because your body isn't her body, and you don't have the amount of years that she's had doing this. So just be careful. Don't think of it as a relief or a release valve for thinking that you might be bored with keto. Just be very, very careful if you do it. And so far, I'm doing well. Once I hit maintenance, I have had carbs up to 29, which are totally things like cucumber with peel, more veggies, like having veggies at lunch and at dinner and a salad, that have got me up to that 29. Usually I am under 25, and that includes perhaps a veggie at lunch, like I had my salsa with veggies, obviously, and the spring greens. spring mix. And so that was good. And then tonight I'll have more veggies. And it all just works for me, just very nicely. So just be careful. Don't be swayed. And then somebody asked me, or somebody commented on my comments today that a certain nutritionist that has her own channel said that she finds that most women say keto doesn't work for them. So, and she's a registered dietitian up in Canada. So I'm not sure. I don't want to be swayed. I know I've watched a lot of people do a lot of different things. I know that Keto with Casey and myself are two of the most consistent people that I watch with staying the course and just doing what we do. And it works for both of us. She's lost over 90 pounds and I've lost, I don't know, maybe 30, 35. And, she could be on maintenance. She's not quite sure. She's not getting worried about it. And I assume that I'm on maintenance too because I've weighed the same thing within 2-pound range for 6 months. So you will find different people doing different things for their keto lifestyle. And I would imagine that age and premenopause, perimenopause, postmenopause all plays a big difference in all of it too. And being sedentary or exercising, things like that. So if you watch somebody that is dabbling, just be careful not to think that this is going to be okay for you. Remember, all of our bodies are different. So if you're doing something and your goal is to lose and you're consistently losing, stick with it. If you're new to keto, I wouldn't go messing with anything for a long time unless you're on maintenance. Just saying. Why do I say that? Because I think being on maintenance also means that you've been doing the tried and true that works for you for long enough so you have your skill set and your tools. So should something happen, go awry, you know how to get right back on, and you have maybe the keto plan maturity that will help you to do that. Because some of us get a little wonky with our food plans, and if something's not working, we have the patience of a flea, and we need to find another warm body that we can nestle ourselves in. And so just be careful. I just believe in doing the same thing day in, day out. It works. I haven't been on keto as long as this woman, so perhaps I'll be bored at that point too. And that's what I'm saying. If you've got years and years of success with keto and you're getting just a wee bit bored, she asked that the people that watched it did not leave snarky, rude comments, that everybody treated what she was saying with respect. And you can just tell some very, very, very along the path women with a lot of wisdom commented. And it was great to read them and to just say, and I know that I've said this to somebody as well, or maybe on one of my podcasts to anybody, is that, she's being honest about it. This is what she's doing. It's very mindful and calculated in the sense that maybe it's on a tracker. I don't know. But it's working for her. And so the woman commented, rather than going out on an all-out carb binge, you're doing something, I would say the word gently, lightly, but well thought out. And so, I just thought it was great. And I'm sure that you can find her if you go looking for her. And maybe somebody will comment below and give up her anonymity. I was just kind of doing it without giving up her name. But you're the ones I'm talking to. You need to be careful if you're new to keto, because you might start thinking you're bored because somebody got a little restless with a number of years under her belt. And she's doing it in a very well-scripted, methodical, honest way. So don't jump. Don't think you can do it because, adding grains to sugars to oils, you might not be keto. And she knows she's not in ketosis, but she lost a pretty good patch of weight. And so her journey's not yours. watch, but do it detached if you must. But don't be swayed thinking it's going to work for you, because it's risky business if you are a food addict, especially like me, where those grains and sugars could rob me of my progress up until now. So, Sarah, just being cautionary. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.